I'm going to say this really quickly before I change my mind. I think that you and I should do a 30-day content creation challenge together. Oh, sis. I can't believe I'm saying this, but never have I ever seen anyone do a 30-day content creation challenge and not win. Every time we see it, she's like, oh my goodness, I just got 10,000 more followers. Every girlie on TikTok is saying, I just finished the 30-day challenge and I got 10,000 new followers, 20,000 new followers, 1,000 new followers, 100 new followers. But what I've never heard is saying that I did a 30-day challenge. I showed up every single day for 30 days and I got no new followers. Therefore, there may be something to it. Oh, honey, I hope you're ready for this episode. If you are, get your pen, get your Post-it, get your Ambition planner, and let's go. Hello, Ambition babes. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion, also known as the face of Ambition, across all social media platforms, as well as wherever you stream your podcast. I help women who are on a reinvention journey, who are wanting to reinvent themselves, wanting to level up, wanting to glow up, and are tired of doing the same old thing, the same old way, and expecting something else to come out of it. I was just listening to a video that I recorded last week, and I heard myself talking about individuals who do 30-day challenges. Every single time I see one of the girlies on TikTok, Instagram, or any other streaming platform that challenge themselves to show up for at least 30 days, she gets some result. Maybe she wants 10,000 followers, but she gets 20, or maybe she wants 10,000 followers and she gets 1,000. But what I've never heard is someone say that they showed up every single day and got -5 followers. And it got me to really thinking about my consistency in other spaces. See, during that last video, I told you all about my 90-day framework and how to be consistent in choosing just one platform. And because I've already done the work and I built the framework, I know that my 90-day framework works. But what I haven't done is consistently shown up on a space like Instagram for 30 consecutive days. Y'all, you can even ask my therapist. I've been talking about this for way too long. And I've started and stopped for about 3 months now. And since I consider you guys my girls, I wanted to see if you're interested in doing this challenge together. You see, I don't just preach, I also practice. I know the power of accountability, and I know that we're stronger when we hold each other accountable to doing exactly what we say we're going to do. And so this video is for my girlies who are ready to lock in. If you are an entrepreneur, be that full-time or part-time, a content creator or an influencer, a coach or a consultant, this challenge is for us. And the instructions are really simple. The first instruction is that you have to post on a platform of your choice every single day for the next 30 days. Number 2 is that you're going to have to track your consistency in a very simple way, and don't worry, I will show you how. And number 3 is that you have to make a promise to yourself that every single day you're going to level up in some way and make your content better than it was yesterday. That's it. It sounds simple, but if you have ever struggled with consistency, you know how hard of a challenge this actually is. But when I was sitting, listening to myself talk about the 90-day framework, talk about the importance of showing up every day, I wanted to develop a system that would help us to work smarter and not harder. And so I broke this system down into 4 weeks so that every single week during this 30-day challenge, you had something to hyper-focus on. Oh, honey, you're definitely going to want to pull out that old journal that you got from TJ Maxx or Marshall's a few months back that you've not opened yet, because you're going to want to take some notes so that we can be on this ambitious journey together. Week number 1 of this challenge, I want you to focus on just showing up. There is literally 1 million ways to show up on the internet. There's faceless, there's text only, there's directly talking into the camera, there's storytelling, there's series work, there's entertaining, you can dance, you can read affirmations, you can create content that encourages, or you can actually show up and sell your own products. But whatever it is that you decide to do, I want you to hyper focus in on it every single day during week 1 and hold yourself accountable to showing up. The other day I was speaking to my therapist and she said a word that triggered me. She said, have you ever thought about using the good enough rule? And there is something about using the term good enough that just gives me the ick. I don't believe in creating good enough content. I like to do my absolute best whenever I'm producing and selling absolutely anything. But what I have found is that my perfectionism has held me back in so many ways. And even though I feel as if it's admirable to say that I'm not going to put anything out in the universe that's just good enough, there are so many things that you all have not experienced from me because I refused to release it, even though it was good enough. During week 1, I want you to use the good enough rule and understand that it does not have to be perfect. 70% is still passing. I want you to commit to doing your absolute best, but not allowing perfectionism to hold you back. You know what your perfectionism demon is. Maybe it's in transitions and editing and lighting. Maybe you feel like you don't present well on camera or you stumble over your words. But we'd rather experience the authentic you than not you at all. During week 1, I also want you to start tracking your wins and making posting a habit. If you have not already, make sure that you visit the link in my description and download your free habit tracker. This habit tracker is going to allow you to gamify this process. Every single day, you get to shade in a little space that says that you showed up. This is a way of you celebrating yourself. You said you were going to accept this challenge and you did it. When you see every single day shaded in, it just does something for you. It just releases a little bit of dopamine, and that's exactly what it's going to take to post the next day. Week number 2 is all about optimization. You've gotten through the first 7 days, and now it's time to start looking at the content that performed the best. I've noticed that my Get Ready With Me and my new story series are content that you all really enjoy consuming. Therefore, why would I jump off the deep end and start posting content about me organizing my closet? Yes, that piece of content could do really well. And perhaps on days when I don't have anything else to talk about, that's something I might post. But during week 2, I want you to start doubling down on the content that is done well. If people like it, give the people what they want, honey. Now that you've identified exactly what they want, it's time to start batching your content. What I would really hate is for you to batch your content week 1 and it doesn't perform well. Therefore, if you are going to batch on week 1, create smaller batches. Just do 2 pieces of the 7 that you're going to post that week. Therefore, you can measure what does well, what didn't work so well, and make the adjustments as necessary. But in week number 2, now that you have a little bit of data, it's time to dig your heels in. I like to batch create my content on Sundays. It's the day that I set aside to be able to record everything that I'm going to release during the week. It also gives me the time to edit as I go. For my long-term content, I have hired an editor, but everything that I create on my Reels, TikToks, Shorts, and Stories, I edit myself. And it takes time. So give yourself the space that it's going to take in order to edit either your short form or long form content. During week 2, I also want you to prioritize engaging with your audience. It is really hard to get individuals to leave a comment on a post. And so if they do, honor them by at least responding. And a response is not a heart emoji. Give a thoughtful response. Kiki in the chat. Offer some additional insight and let her know that you see her. When you guys leave comments on my videos, it's me in the chat responding to each and every one of you. And some of my girlies like Shani and Jennifer know that I show up for them every single video. Because of their interaction, we have sincerely become besties. We support each other, pray for each other, and we're rooting for each other's success. This 30-day challenge is much more than just saying that you did it. You're building a community, and engaging with those who want to speak to you is the best and most effective way to build a real long-lasting relationship. Week number 3, you've gotten some momentum. So now it's time to diversify across other platforms. I hope that I made it clear that I want you to focus on one platform during this challenge. But baby, if you make it to week number 3, it's time to repurpose that YouTube video into Shorts, TikToks, and Reels. You've gotten into the habit of batching your content. You're analyzing your data so you know it works. Therefore, why not spread the love through all the other platforms so that you're building in other spaces even though you're hyper-focused on one? During week 3, I also want to challenge you to identify your content creation system. Every single successful content creator has a system that they follow every time they turn on their camera. It's from scripting to lighting to filming, editing, repurposing, tracking, reading their metrics, and following trends. During week 3, I want to challenge you to identify your system. What's working for you? What trend do you want to try? And what system is going to help you to be able to continue to show up even after this 30-day challenge is over? Oh yeah, so I guess the jig is up. We're doing this 30-day challenge because once it's over, we're not going to stop. Why stop such a good thing? You're watching your numbers increase. Week over week, you're seeing yourself getting new followers, engagement, saves, and likes. And you're finally starting to realize one of your big goals. So you're going to tell me when the 30 days are up, you're going to just stop? Nah, sis, that's not even how this is going to work. You're just getting started, so you might as well build a system that's going to help you to stay consistent. Week number 4 in your 30-day challenge is time to scale. It's time to start planning for your next 30 days. Just like running a marathon, you have to know that there's a finish line. But now that you're on the last quarter mile of this marathon, it's time to get to the finish line, train up for the next big race. Doing small sprint challenges just builds momentum for you to be able to carry on this journey. Maybe after the 30-day challenge is over, you decide that, you know what, I could comfortably post 5 days a week. or 7 days a week doesn't bother me at all. I'm loving the results and I don't want to take my foot off the pedal. That is why week number 4 is the time to start thinking bigger. Start working on your collaborations and brand deals. Start monetizing your platform. I know individuals feel as if monetization has to come from other brands. And it's always good whenever brands want to spend money on you. They believe in you. They love the content that you're creating and they see that you show up consistently. But what if I told you that you don't need a brand deal to monetize your platform? I know that you have a product or service that you have been sitting on that you need to develop. And now that you've built consistency, it's time to sell the product or service that God has gifted you to create. You know what He's given you, and you know that you've been waiting on something to happen in order for you to produce it. Well, how about if this is the something that happens that gives you the permission to go ahead and release it into the world? We've been waiting for you. You're a counselor, a coach, a hairstylist, a nail tech. You're a speaker, you sell lip gloss, or the best body oils in this hemisphere, and we want to buy it from you, but we don't know that you exist. Use the momentum that you're building over these 30 days to monetize your own platform. You do not need permission. You do not need a brand deal. You do not need a contract. You don't even need a lot of followers. In my last video, I was doing some simple math for you all, and I hope that you tapped into that. If you have 50 people that watch your YouTube video and 5 of them purchase your product or service, imagine what would happen if every single time you posted a video, you at least made 5 sales. I post long form content at least 2 times a week on YouTube. And I know every single time I post long form content on YouTube, I'm going to make sales. I'm going to sell anywhere between 10 to 40 ambition planners. I didn't need a brand deal to show up here. I needed a cute dress, some lights, and my iPhone. You're overthinking this process. And it's time to start showing up like a CEO. Now, if you've gotten to this point in this video and you're like, girl, this all sounds so good, but I do everything for about a good week and a half and I fall off. You are not alone, sis. That is why I am so excited to be releasing Ambition GPT. On tomorrow, September 16th, the Ambition GPT will be available during my founder's launch. Ambition GPT is just like it sounds, except for I have personally trained this AI to be able to use my 20 plus years of business coaching experience and my dedication as an accountability coach to hold your hand to reaching your most ambitious goals. But because I can't be there with you every single day during this process, I've created an AI software that can be there for you, guide you, and help you to realize any goal that you could ever imagine. I have trained Ambition GPT to be able to help you to find clarity on your goals and walk you through the process of identifying when each and every day you want to work on your goal. I have measured your tasks so you will never feel overwhelmed, and I will oscillate between simple and more difficult tasks. This way you feel supported, but you know that at the end of the time that you've determined, you're going to reach your goals. As your AI coach, I will check in with you weekly and monthly, and even offer direction if you're skipping one too many days. Oh yeah, honey, every day I'm going to ensure that you completed the task that you said you were going to complete. This is the accountability system that you've been looking for, and I have been working so hard to develop. Because I can't sit with you every day, you can simply access Ambition GPT, and I will help you stay spiritually grounded, send you daily affirmations, and outline your 3 intentions for the day. I have been working on this for a while now, and I have to say that it is not one of my good enough products. This one is extra special. So if you are interested in accessing the Ambition GPT for an extremely limited time and for the first 300 buyers, I am offering a one-time payment for lifetime access. Once we reach the threshold of our 300 founders, Ambition GPT will be $97 per month. Therefore, you're going to want to be an early adapter and hop on this opportunity right now. The first 300 founders who purchase Ambition GPT will never lose access to me as your ambition coach. Just because we're setting 30, 60, or 90-day goals does not mean that when the goal is met, the journey is over. You've got so much passion and drive inside of you, but baby, we'll just be getting started. There are so many details that I want to tell you about Ambition GPT, but I don't have time to tell you here. Make sure that you click the link in my description and read all of the juicy details and learn how you can get lifetime access to Ambition GPT starting tomorrow. So, who's in on this challenge? If you're ready to lock in with me, honey, I need you to send me the hands up emoji in the comment section to let me know that you and I are about to hold each other accountable to the next 30 days. Remember, consistency beats perfection every single day. So if you're ready to get started, so am I. Let's do this together, sis. Girl, I love you, and I pray that you are well and that you're doing something every single day to reach your most ambitious goals.